quick update before the review. We actually want to start owner's review, reviewing your own car on our channel. So we actually need your help. And we want to make this global tour, but why don't we start from Korea first? I'll leave my email below here, so let me know a little bit about your car and also let me know your contact number if you're interested. Okay guys, now let's get back to the review. Now, welcome to Asian Petrol. It is already June 2nd here in Korea. It's about 6:40, so good afternoon to you guys. Today we have Veloster N with DCT. I think it's a very nice alternative to 6-speed manual. I don't think you guys have this in North America. Hope you guys have this model soon. We also have recorded a daytime review on this Veloster N, so if you have not seen it, please refer to the link above. And before we begin, if you love cars and car reviews, please do support us by subscribing to our channel and also hit that bell notification so you don't miss out in the future. Today I just want to start a little bit because it was raining this morning, and supposedly it's supposed to rain again soon. So I'm just going to show you the interior soon and also exterior, and go out to drive this so we can show you how it sounds and how the DCT new 8-speed dual clutch transmission DCT behaves. Okay, so why don't we start the car from the front. Nothing much changed. Still has that same cascading grille, N logo right here, Hyundai, and a cascading grille with the red accents. And we also have actual air vents on the side, and our tester came with blue color, performance blue color. So you can also choose among 6 different colors. So guys, do let me know what you think about which one is your favorite color. I think it looks very nice with this performance blue with red accents. I really do like it. And I kind of was very surprised to find that it actually has LED DRL, LED headlamp, but high beam and turn signals are both types. So I was really quite surprised. Let me just put a B-roll. It's not dark yet, but after it gets dark, I'm going to put a B-roll showing you the headlamp system working in more detail. And let me also show you the engine room. Levers right here, and it actually is quite heavy, but you can also put it like this. We still have 2-liter turbocharged gasoline engine. If you get this Veloster N with performance package, it's going to make 275 horsepower. If you don't get it with the performance package, it's going to make 250 horsepower and still makes 260 pound-feet of torque. And now you can, here in Korea, you can get this Veloster N with either 6-speed manual or newly added 8-speed wet type dual clutch transmission. Drove it today and I'm going to show you again, but I think it's a very nice alternative. I think they really tried hard to make it seem like you're shifting yourself with manual, but it's a lot quicker. We tested 0 to 60. It was a little bit wet. We managed to do it in 5.6 seconds with launch control, and even when it rained, it did it in about 6.2 seconds. And we also have an overboots function, which is called N Grin Shift. With that, when it was wet, we managed to hit 60 miles just 6.3 seconds. So it's actually a very, very hot hatch fun car, quite quick. So it actually also handles very nicely. So that's what the engine room looks like. So if you guys have any questions, do let me know. It's very compact. Everything is very nicely arranged. I really like that N logo here, turbocharged. So very nice. Okay, so let me also show you the car from this side. Looks very similar. It's got N logo here, caliper. Our test is wearing 235 35 by 19 on front and back, and Now you can get this Veloster N with something called monoblock brake upgrade package, which is also part of N performance package. It'll give you 4 pistons caliper up front and low steel pads up front as well. So that guy should be even better. We managed to hit, you know, from 60 to 0, stopping about 108, you know, feet. I think we could have done a little bit better if it didn't rain today, but you know, it's very nice. I also do like this red accents on the side. There's actually also air scoop on the side as well, and you know, it's wearing pure AP zeros, and it's got side mirrors here with the blinkers as well. And if you see it from here, it's actually got this you know, wings. That's for the additional stopping lights, and you know, it's got LED combination tail lamp. Let me also put a B-roll how this works. That's additional, and this brake lights, and that's actually turn signal, and that's backup light, and you know, that's also burp type for the license plate, and lovely looking dual exhaust on the bottom. I really do like how this Veloster N sounds. We kind of recorded this morning or afternoon how the exhaust sounds in different drive modes. So let me just put a B-roll so you can hear it. Okay, so this is in eco mode, full throttle in normal mode, and this is in sport mode, and voila, this is in N mode. So yes, it sounds the best in the N mode. I think if they really made all these you know, patterns so it makes a crackle and all the popping noises. So it's very nice that they also give you a diffuser. You know, this is really small hot hatch, but I think they put everything there so you guys can have lots of fun with it. So guys, you let me know. I think this will compete against Honda Civic Type R. I actually haven't driven the new Honda Civic Type R, but this seems very nice. And Honda Civic Type R does not offer DCT or automatic, but this guy actually came with the new Speed DCT. I think that will actually boost number of sales for the N models, because you know, there's, you know, I mean, enthusiasts love driving sports cars with manuals, but there are some people who cannot drive manual and who still would like to drive performance cars and enjoy, you know, driving loud and clear. So it's N logo right here. This is actually a little tiny rear wiper. Works very nicely. Little window could be a little bit bigger, but that's just how it is. The trunk space is somewhat limited. You know, it's not huge, but it's actually very deep. That's also something good, something very bad too, because it's actually you can hold lots of stuff. But if you, let's say you're carrying something heavy, then you actually have to lift it up and then put it down. So that's actually a little bit minus. We also have speakers back here. You can also fold the second row seats like that. Let me just show it to you. It's quite easy. You can just fold the seats like this. Let me get the monster lights for you. I really do love this monster light. Our editor John got it. So let's see. So you can see everything. You can fold the seats like this. On the bottom, I don't know who tore up the manual, but there's also some tools, fix a flat, and there's actually a room for a spare tire. So if you get this car from the North America, I think they'll give you spare tire. On the bottom there's nothing. See, so there's a holder. So I think if you, wherever the market you know, spare tires are popular, I think they're gonna give you. There's also a, you know, divider right there. It's also a gas tank opener. You can open it from here. That's what it looks like. Okay. So anything else? Okay. N logo right there. So this is Veloster. So you have one door here, asymmetrical doors, but two doors here. Actually, you can get in like this. So let me just quickly show you the second row seats. And love this, performance blue. Does it match? Blue seat belts, looking very nice. And we also have Alcantara here in the middle. This should be very grippy even for the second row passengers. And our tester came with the new bucket seats. We're going to show you pretty soon. But yeah, you guys all know I'm about 6'2", but legroom is somewhat limited. I cannot sit up straight. But actually, this is a hot hatch. For hot hatch, I think this is pretty okay. We also have a speaker there, some storage area also here, and window comes out not all the way, but almost all the way. So they also give you window for yourself. Nice, lining up there. You can get a sunroof, a small sunroof as option, but our tester did not come with the option. 2 cup holders and small storage area, but no armrest. Okay, so this is what second row looks like, and let me just show you the first row seats. Okay, so I'm gonna actually show you how this car drives pretty soon. So let me just, so yeah, the beast is awakened. So this is what it looks all like here. So let me just, hold on, give me a second. My GoPro tends to overheat. It's getting hot here, so not too bad. Okay. This is what the interior looks like. We still have analog gauges on each side, looking very nice. In the center, we have about 4.2-inch screen, giving G-force meter, oil temperature, torque, and turbo meter, and also lap timer, G-force, fuel economy, speed, and also that's actually a tire pressure monitoring system, but you're gonna have to show you a little bit after driving. Okay, so I really do like that fact that the RPM gauge goes into the regular mode. So this is what it sounds like in normal mode, and this is what it sounds like with the N mode. Wow. So sounds quite nice. We're going to show you how it sounds pretty soon. But there's also bad things. Lots of hard plastics everywhere. Almost is hard plastic. And I wish they made this same material all the way. It's not matching, and just lots of hard plastic. And there's a emergency brake. It's manual, but that's a little bit. I mean, wish they used a little bit more premium materials, but but that's okay because this is fun hot hatch, right? And the good steering wheel. We have drive mode. We have a normal, sports, eco, 3 drive modes, and N custom. So we have total 5 drive modes. When you do put it into normal mode, it becomes very quiet. When you do put it onto sports mode, actually the steering wheel becomes very heavy, and also the electric shocks becomes really stiff, and it just makes that more popcorn and popping noises. So which you guys should all really love. Okay, so I'm gonna let you hear it very, very soon. We also have brightness, illumination, cross traffic alert system, lane keep assist. I'll show you. We also have adaptive cruise control and lane keep assist as well. Okay, so we also have 12-volt charging, one fast USB charging, and also USB charging for the what do you call it? Apple Carplay. We're going to show you pretty soon. And to the right, we also have 8-inch infotainment screen. Now they have upgraded the system a little bit, so it offers over-the-air OTA upgrade system. It's a very straightforward to use. We also have an N mode right here. You can go to custom and customize whatever you like. You can change the suspensions all the way, or steering a little bit lighter, heavier, exhaust sound a little bit lighter. This guy also has a electric limited slip differential on front, so it actually handles very nicely. And we also have launch control here. And let me just put a B-roll showing you how we got the launch control system working. Okay, just need to put the car into N mode like this. You can already hear the active exhaust working. Just need to press this N mode right here. In the performance options, there's launch control. You can play with the RPM, but let's just leave it at there. Okay, let me just time her. It's starting to rain. Why does it have to rain when we're about to have some fun? Okay, foot on the brake. Let go the brakes. There we go. Activate this, it activates, lasts for 5 minutes, and after 5 minutes it's going to cool down for some time. So shift indicator, we can also target desired RPM for shifting, so that's pretty nice. You can lower it. So 6,700 RPM is the highest you can go. Track sense activates when it kind of sense that you're in driving, dynamic in track, or if you're driving just crazy around corner like me, then it will just notices it and really shift the DCT more aggressively. And power shift, this is all something like when you're in like full throttle, it really shifts aggressively to make you feel like you're shifting yourself, driving manual. And I drove this with a manual, and you can really, I think they really tuned this DCT very nicely, so to make you feel like as if you're shifting yourself with manual. And actually, if you were to drag race this DCT, I don't think you can beat this guy because it shifts very, very quickly. Okay, so just this infotainment screen, they upgraded it. It's quite nice. It's very straightforward to use. Map, and it's basically all the Hyundai system. It's very straightforward to use. This is what the same UI system. This is what Cadenza uses. New Optima uses, new Sorento uses. So I kind of like it. And we also have 8 speaker sound by JBL. So let me just let you quickly hear it. It's pretty good. I also like JBL system because it's got good bass.
Because you stay young by believing in the future.
감동 씨가 i10 이미지니 더 신경을 많이 쓰고 있는 것 같아요.
오리지널 사운드 트랙에서.
So sounds pretty good. And on the bottom we also have climate controls. They're all too bright. All what do you call it? Dials and physical buttons. So it's very easy and intuitive to use. Okay, on the top as well. So volume button, tune button. So it's very easy to use. And we also have ESC off. When you do put the car into N mode, it automatically puts the ESCs to sports mode, so it will allow you to slip the car and do many crazy things, but you actually have to press this guy to completely turn off the ESC. So yeah, have to hold on, and it says traction and stability control disabled. Then you're on your own. Okay, so I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but we also have heated steering wheel, 3-stage heated and ventilation seats. But this guy does not come with ventilation seats because we have the new bucket seat. It actually has a Alcantara here, leather on the side. Let me just show it to you from outside because it's a really important thing, right? Oh, my mic just keep on slipping, right? So we have a new bucket seat. Actually has a leather outside, Alcantara here to be more grippy. It's actually 4-way adjustable, so you can actually lift the seats, you know, recline the seats and move the seats like this. So I found it very nice. It's supposed to be lighter than the last seat, and also they give you this seat belt holders. It's very, very nice, and this part lights up to welcome you at night. So I think it's something very nice too. The overall, when I was driving like crazy today, it held me very nicely in the seats. So I have zero complaint about the seats, and I kind of really like it. Yeah, it's very comfortable. And also, before we go out to drive, let me just show you Apple CarPlay working with the Veloster N, because some of you kind of wanted me to show it to you guys. So yeah, this is what the Apple CarPlay looks like here in Korea. That's the map, phone, music, message, you know, like a YouTube, whatever is playing. Hyundai, you can certainly go back. So Apple CarPlay here, podcast, audiobook, schedule, setting. That's neighbor map. That's Korean map. That's Spotify, something like that. Music streaming. Google Map, T Map. That's Korean map, and WhatsApp. So it looks very nice. So it should be very easy to use. So yeah. So I think I told you everything about the car, and why don't we go out to the road with Veloster N with DCT so we can show you how this 8-speed wet type dual clutch transmission works on the road. Okay. Alright guys, now we're on the road with Veloster N. Visibility is quite nice. You know, after all, this is just a Hyundai Veloster, and you know, for a hot hatch, I think it's very, very good. Rear window could be a little bit bigger, and side mirror maybe a little bit bigger, but I think overall for a hot hatch, I think it's quite nice and understandable. And gauge cluster and infotainment screen, both are easy on your eyes. And if you see it closely, it's illuminated with white, but I think maybe it's just me, but it just has a little bit of that bluish color to it. So guys, do let me know how you guys like it. There's no mood lamp, you know, and we only have forward collision warning and avoidance, and also cross traffic alert, and also rear cross traffic alert system. So actually also tell you if there is a camera. Okay. And I really noticed that it sounds very different, and also drives very differently depending on the drive mode. Right now we have it in comfort mode. When you have it in normal mode, actually normal mode, it drives very nicely and calmly. And although this has a DCT, I haven't really noticed lots of jerkiness in city driving, so it's very nice. So let me just let you hear this in normal mode. So even in normal mode, it's pretty nice. So let me just slow down. Good brakes, good brakes. And let me just let you hear this in N mode this time, okay? So same deal, full throttle. Oh, did you hear that? It really shifts aggressively when you have it in N mode. So 3, 2. I really do love this shift indicator placed on the top. Right there, do you see it? Ha, lovely. So yes, if you ask me is there a big difference between drive modes, and the answer is yes, definitely. It drives a lot faster. It just firms up the steering wheel. It becomes very, very heavy. And in normal mode, it just feels like a regular Veloster, but in normal mode, it becomes very heavy, and the suspension just firms up and makes some more popcorn noises and everything. So it's quite nice. So I would say yes, it turns into a very different car. And you know, many people are curious about the popcorn technology, and Hyundai says if you press the accelerator above 90%, it will delay the ignition timing and give you that popcorn sound. So it works beautifully every time. So I really like it. I think you guys will love it too. So N mode makes the most popcorns. In sport mode does that too, but N mode does it best. So, but in N mode, it seems to you know, sip a lot of gas. So you know, if you just want to cruise, you can just have it in the normal mode like this. But when you feel like it, you can of course change it to normal and just drive it. And I think Hyundai really try hard to make this DCT so that it feels like you're shifting yourself manual. So if you have it in the N mode, it will really shift hard for you. And Hyundai also said they went with the wet type. This is actually 8-speed wet type dual clutch transmission. They said they went with the wet type so that it's better for them for the cooling and lubrication, so it can take beatings better. And when you have it in normal mode, when you turn it to the left, it will go into the manual and it will not upshift until you tell it to. It's 5,000, 6,000. 6 something else, and it's still not shifting. It's waiting for your command, which should be very, very nice in track driving. So shift very nicely with the lovely looking shift indicator on the top. So if you guys are wondering if this DCT is good enough, I think it's a very nice alternative to 6-speed. Of course, if I have to buy Veloster N, I would of course buy with 6-speed manual, but this is very, very nice. I think this is more than nice. Will actually give you all the fun and noise and crackle that Veloster N gives you with 6-speed manual, and this will also make you feel like you're almost driving the manual, because this is DCT dual clutch transmission, and they made it a setup so that it feels like you're driving the manual yourself. It will shift very aggressively. So I was very surprised. You see, it's very aggressive, and I'm quite surprised that actually Hyundai set up in this way, very aggressively. It's either they're very, very they feel very solid about their technology and reliability, and hope it is, right? So it just pulls this 2-liter turbo really pulls and good brakes. Look at it shift. It also just drops it into first gear, and you know, right now it's in first gear. Usually, cars are very shaky in first gear, but look, right now we have it in first gear. Nothing. Very solid system. Second, third, fourth, fifth. So 6, 7, 8. So supposedly if you cruise on the highway quietly, it will return very good efficiency, but that's something very hard to do with this sort of front hot hatch. Hyundai Veloster also gives you something called N Grin Shift. It's right there. It's spelled with Grin to make you smile, I guess. When you press this button, it gives you overboots function for 20 seconds, and it gives you 7% more torque. So just gonna press it now. See, 20 seconds. So it just makes everything most sporty conditions, okay? So here we go. Woo! You see? Do you hear how aggressive it is shifting? Oh my goodness. Oh. Wow, the suspension really becomes really firm, so I almost jump over big humps. I mean, I've driven more exotic cars than this, but they tuned it so it's a lot more enjoyable than most powerful cars. This, like I said, this makes 275 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque, all sent through front wheels. But the power is there enough so that you don't feel any lack of power, and it just makes that lots of crackle noise. And the way this guy shifts is just wow. Whoa. So if you've driven stick shift, right, when you shift really aggressively, you just leave your right foot all the way to the ground on the floor, right, and you just power shift, and it feels very similar to that. Regular automatic, torque converters, when it shifts, it kind of slows down the RPM because it doesn't want to be like, punching you. But this actually does it almost. Oh, so when it shifts, it just happens bang. So, like I told you, I mean, it feels very weird to driving a Hyundai, which is a very economical car and supposed to be a very inexpensive car. But with the N models, they're building something crazy nowadays. They're entering WRC, they're participating a lot, and I think they're building lots of their knowledge and data and just putting on this to road cars, and I think that's really fantastic. And like I said, if you just put it in normal mode, everything just quiets down. There's no booming sound. It just becomes very quiet. We also have cruise control. It's not adaptive, but it's cruise control. So you're gonna have to see yourself the keep distance with the car in front. We also have a lane keeper system. So I can be like this, on the highway on long distance journeys. So it's a very nice system. I don't have any complaints about this. So we'll just drive for you, but after a while I was gonna say keep hands on the steering wheel, driver. So always keep your hands on the steering wheel, because that is the best way to be safe, right? And but you can always turn it back on, or just press that N Grin Shift and just drive heck out of it and just have lots of fun. Did you see that? It just pulled the car really hard. That is why it became like a high beam for a second. So it's ridiculous fun. So I understand this will compete against Honda Civic Type R, but Honda Civic Type R only comes with manual, but this you have a choice. So when you guys get this car in US or North America, Canada or stuff like that, I think you guys really love this car. You know, I wish I had this car in high school. That would be just lovely. So is there anything bad about this car? Not bad, but when you have it in N mode, it will actually torque steer when you do full throttle, right? So actually, it's actually pulling the car to the right because it's just pulling. There's too much torque just being sent to the front wheel driven. All right, my GoPro sort of died, so I'm just gonna do the last part again. And I was just talking about, you know, is there anything bad about this car? And you know, I told you about the torque steer that kind of moves to the right when you floor it a little bit hard, and but there's also lots of plastic everywhere you touch. But this is sort of you know, fun hot hatch, so you don't need all this. I just glad really they're giving us new bucket seats. Looks very nice with Alcantara, holds you very nicely. Also handles very nice. This car overall, I think, with a 2-liter turbocharged gasoline engine and with this new DCT, I think it just pays everything for itself. So you know, when you get this car in the US, North America, Canada, I think you guys will really love this car. I wish I had this car in high school. That would be really cool. So it sort of rained a lot this morning, but it stopped raining after we had lunch, so we were able to finish you know, daytime review without any problem. So if you have not watched that, please refer to the link above. Overall, I think this is very nice alternative to 6-speed manual. My suggestion is, if you're getting this car as your only car, I think, you know, 8-speed wet type dual clutch is going to be very nice choice. But if you're also getting this car as a second or third car, I strongly suggest you get it with 6-speed manual. If you don't know how to do it, it's not that hard. You can really learn it quite quickly. So give it a try. So okay. So hope you guys enjoyed our night drive with Veloster N with newly added 8-speed dual clutch transmission. I think this will be a very nice alternative to 6-speed manual, and hopefully this will boost number of sales for the N model, so we can have more N models, more exciting N models to come. So thank you guys, and hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll be back with more car reviews. So if you love cars and car reviews, please do support us by subscribing to our channel, and also hit that bell notification because we have lots more things to come. Okay, so thank you guys. Hope to see you guys soon, and stay healthy. Good night. Bye bye. And let me let you hear the exhaust nut for the last time. Okay. Good night, guys.